Welcome back to Tech Social Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to customize your start menu. So if any of you are used to using Windows 7, you will see that this start menu is a complete overhaul from what it used to be. Now you have tiles, you have a list of applications. It's changed completely. So first thing I want to go through are the tiles. Your tiles, of course, they can move around, put in different categories. And so you can have a category of productivity, explore. You can have a media category, so you can put all of your media apps in one category. So you put your photos over there, and you can set up a new group and call it media. And all of your media apps can go in there. So you can have things separated by category. You can also move the categories around if you want, based on your usage and how you use it. You know, if you're using your computer for more productive stuff, you want to keep productivity at the top. I think other feature are group apps. You can put apps into a group folder. It's as simply as dragging one app over the other and letting go. And now those apps will become grouped. So to ungroup it, you have to move the apps out of the group folder. You have to click on the folder and then move the apps out individually. And that will ungroup the folder. The next thing you can do is you can actually expand the start menu by clicking and dragging across the screen. You can expand upwards as well, and you can add as many apps as you can fit on this screen. So adding apps to your start menu is as simple as right-clicking any app that you want to pin and select Pin to Start. If you want to make it part of a current category, so you simply move it in between two other apps, and it'll move aside for you to add that app in there. It's a bit finicky, it takes getting used to, but that's how it works. This is a Microsoft Office app. So you can add this app into your Microsoft Office folder over here. If you want to remove an app, you right click it and select Unpin from Start, and it'll unpin it. So another thing I want to bring your attention to is the menu button up here at the top left hand corner of the start menu. Also, if you hover over any one of these icons, it'll also expand. And the options you see here, they are adjustable. You will have to go to your taskbar settings to adjust what you see here. The first one is your user account menu, and you will have a list of all of your user accounts that you have installed on this computer. You can lock the user account, so that will just bring you to the lock screen. You can sign out here. You can also switch to a different user account. Another thing is you can change these options of what shows up here. You can have your documents, your pictures. You can open up your movies folder. You can change which folders show up here by going to your taskbar settings. So right click on your taskbar and go to taskbar settings. From taskbar, go to Start. To show which folders appear in your start menu, when you go to the left panel view, click on the option at the bottom that says choose which folders appear on start. And here you can select and deselect the folders that you wish to have shown there. You can turn your settings on and off with the settings button to be shown there, or you can just turn on the file explorer itself rather than having the individual files being shown there. I like to keep the file explorer button here on the taskbar, but you can also have it show here in your start menu. And here you will see a list of options that you can choose that will alter the state of your start menu. The first thing here is show more tiles on start. So all this does is expands your start menu a bit further so that you can fit more options in that start menu. When you hit start menu, this is the smallest it can get. And when you expand it, it'll double the space of what you're allotted to put apps on. So what this option does, it allows you to have just an additional column of apps upon start. You can't currently set it there and then let it go. It'll automatically go back to where it was. So if you turn this option on, you will now see you have extra space to put extra apps. And that expands your allotted space a bit more. The second option is show app list in start menu. So turning this feature on, it'll show all the apps you have installed in your computer or the apps you have enabled to show in your start menu. So turning it off will just give you access to your icons only. So now your list of apps is gone. If you want to display your list of apps, you can come here and choose show all apps, and it'll show all apps. If you want to go back to the tile view, just above apps, go to pin tiles, and it'll bring you back here. You may prefer this option because it keeps the space that the start menu takes up to a minimum by not showing you both the list of apps and the icons at the same time. And what you can do actually is you can go through the list of apps that you use on a frequent basis and pin them to your start menu. Maybe you just recently downloaded a program that you want to add to your start menu, or you just want to access through the list. You can go to all apps and then select that program here. So the other option is show recently added apps. So any app that you recently installed, it'll show up above your app list, and I can show you how that looks. Let's install WhatsApp. So whenever you install a new app, you will see it show up in your app list. So there you go, recently added. So next on the list is show most used apps. Now this is a test account, so I don't have a lot of apps that I use on this account. But any apps that you use frequently will show up in this list. Now you can have this thing selected to show suggestions occasionally in start menu. It almost never does that. So, and this option here is an option to use your start menu as a full screen. So whenever you click on the start menu, it will take over your whole screen, just like that. If you prefer this, you can fit more apps into your start menu, eliminating all the apps that you don't need listed here. So this view, what it does is it shows recently opened items in jump list and in jump list on start menu or the taskbar. When you open up your file explorer, you have a list of recent files here. So turning this feature off will remove that. Just as an FYI, when you turn this off, it'll delete your recent file history. So when you turn it back on, nothing will show up until you start using apps and files, and then this will start to propagate again. And that's it for the start menu.